Okay, guys, I got another video for you guys today, and I'm really excited about this video and happy to tell you guys about it because it's awesome. Okay, that's just my point of view. Now, this video may be a little bit longer than the normal videos that I put out, but trust me, you want to watch this one. It's worth it. It's worth it. Anyway, here we go. So, I like football and I love basketball, okay? I wasn't a big fan of Tom Brady in the beginning, but eventually the guy just won me over because he wins so much. So I started trying to figure out how can this guy be that much better than the other quarterbacks? He's not. But here's the one thing that he figured out. It's not about how hard you can throw it and how far down the field you can throw it. And to some point, it's not even about how accurate you are. Now, you got to be able to throw the ball down the field, and you got to be able to put the ball in the receiver's hands. Okay? But here's what I believe that Tom Brady has learned. Okay? And this is why he don't want to retire. It takes years to learn this. And then once you learn it, you're old. But anyway, here it is. What he has learned is how to read the defense. And then the other thing he has learned to do himself is, once you read the defense, take what the defense gives you. Okay? Now, those two things are huge. Let me just give you another example. If you are a captain of a sailboat, or you don't have to be no captain of a sailboat, if you just have a sailboat, period. But years ago, they had sail ships, okay? And they would go across the seas with their sail. And there are some people that are still doing this. Well, it don't matter which way the wind is blowing, okay? They know how to set their sail to go in the direction that they want to go in. I'm pretty sure it takes a while to figure that out. Well, what I'm about to show you now is how to put out a feeler to see which way the market is going. Read the defenses. If you're Tom Brady, how to read the defenses. How to read the defense, And then take what the market gives you, okay? So now I'm going to explain this in a market. So what we're going to learn how to do is first learn how to read the market before we put our trade on, okay? And the reason why we have to do this is because the market has been crazy here in the last 2 or 3 months with interest rates going up. Every time you look around, there's a new Fed president out speaking and changing the direction of the market, or someone or some kind of news coming out and changing the market in the middle of the day and making it move real big, which wouldn't be a problem except for the VIX is low. And when the VIX is low, pretty much what it's saying is you're not going to get those big moves like that. But we're getting them, okay? And so it's like a fake deal with the VIX being low because the VIX really shouldn't be this low, because the VIX is a fear indicator. And there's no way in the world you could tell me that the VIX went from 28 all the way down to 18 in 3 or 4 months and that much fear has come out of the market. I don't believe it, okay? And the market is still volatile. I'm just saying. Anyway, so I come up with these things called a debit spread, which is the exact opposite of an iron condor. Except for instead of doing a 50 wide spread, okay, I do a 15 wide spread. And what that allows you to do is, with a 15 wide spread, you should be able to get a little bit closer to the price of the stock than you do if you're doing a 50 wide spread, okay? Now, I'm telling you guys, I ain't trying to pat myself on the back, but this one right here is pretty awesome, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is try to explain to you how I'm using this thing to let me read what the market is doing. And then after I read what the market is doing, take what the market gives me. Because what I like to do here at Slow Life Trading, I'm trying to teach you how to take the low-hanging fruit, the easy money. Just take the peel off the skin off the orange, because that's enough to live on, okay? If you make 1% a day, 1% a day, and we're trying to make anywhere between 1 to 4% a day, okay, sometimes over. But 1% a day is 20% a month. Times 12, that's a 240% return if you could do that in a year. Do the calculations. It's awesome. You wish you could find a stock that would go up 200%. Well, guess what? You don't have to find a stock go up 200%. Just learn to make 1% a day. But anyway, let me show you how I'm using this debit spread. And it has, okay, when the VIX is high, I'm playing the rich man credit spread, the iron condor, and I'm not worried because I'm so far out. I'm so wide until I'm not even worried about it, okay? Even if it does move up big or move down big or go sideways, I don't care because I'm so wide, okay? But when the VIX is low, I'm not a big fan of the rich man credit spread because you're not that wide. Now, can it win? Yeah, but it's not gonna win as consistently as it would if the VIX was high. So you have to be more cautious, and it can make you afraid to trade. But I'm finna tell you something that's not gonna make you afraid to trade anymore. So here we go, stop talking about it. Finna show you. When you do a debit spread, okay, what I call now my new poor man's debit spread. When you do them, you're doing it a 15-point wide spread, okay? And you're trying to collect anywhere between maybe about 40 cents to maybe 60 cents, okay? You want to try to get as close as you can to where the price is going on each side. Because with a debit spread, with these debit spreads, this is what we want. Let's say you got one strike price there and one strike price there, and your stock is right here, okay? What you need to happen is, if you bought this, a debit means you bought it to open. What you need to happen is this thing either go up real big or down real big, okay, for you to make your money. If it stays and goes sideways like that, you're gonna lose. It's gonna lose its value. You gotta understand that part right there. If it goes up real big, you'll make money. If it goes down real big, you'll make money. If it goes sideways, you will lose money. This thing will go, remember you paid, well, let's just say 50 cents. You pay 50 cents for this side and 50 cents for this side, which is $1. If this thing goes sideways, that dollar is gonna get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Remember that right there, because that is big. Now, this is the way I trade them. So I put one of these on, okay? That's the price of stock. I put this on. Usually I'm staying somewhere about $1. But I don't put it on for real, even though you can. I use it as a filler. So I put it on with paper. First thing in the morning, 8:30. As soon as the market open, I try to get this thing filled, okay? Now, when I'm putting this on, what I want to do is, whichever way, let's say if this is the stock over here. If the stock opens down, I want to do the top side first, okay? If the stock opens up, I want to do the bottom side first. I want to do the opposite of what I do when I'm doing a rich man credit spread. This is a poor man's, the rich man credit spread. This is a poor man's debit spread, okay? That's what I'm calling it. Because it don't require much money. If you buy 50 cents and 50 cents, that's only $1. With options, that would only be $100. Okay, now, I'm doing this on paper. It's not even with real money. That's what's so awesome about it. What it is a filler. You know how I told you how Tom Brady, the way he wins, he's learned how to read the defense, and then he takes what the defense gives him? Well, when we put this debit spread out there, what it does is let us read what the market is doing. And then once we learn what the market is doing, then we put our trade on and take what the market gives us. And it'll make for easy money. Okay? You got to understand that part. So here we go. Let's say you put this on and the stock goes up. Okay? Now you want to wait. You put this on at 8:30 and you want to wait. Because about 9 o'clock, that's when they start coming out with that news. 9 o'clock, 5 minutes to 9, 10 minutes after 9, somewhere in there. And then they got to talk about the news. So you want to let all that news digest and work its way through the market so you can get the real price, not just a movement of the news. So probably around 9:30 to 10 o'clock, 9:45, that's when you kind of really start figuring out where the market is going to go. Okay? But let's say the market goes up. When the market goes up, that means these calls up here on this spread is going to get more expensive. If the calls get more expensive, what you want to do is go out and put on a credit spread on the put side. Okay? Keep that in mind. Because what you're saying now is, and I'm going to put this one down here, if the stock goes up, if you put a credit spread on, which is the opposite of this debit spread, we're just doing one leg at a time right now. If this stock goes up, you want to put on a put credit spread. Okay? And you want to try to collect your 55, 60 cents or whatever, and you want to make sure you get a good distance away. You still want to be hanging around that 5 delta or less if you can when you put this on. Okay? Now, you just leave that alone, and now you just got to wait till the day go pass by. Or until you want to get out of this. You can get out of it early. Say you put it on for 55 cents or 65 cents. If it gets to 10 cents or something, you might want to get out. Or you might want to ride all the way to the end. That's up to you. But because it could be a long day. But the good news is now you can watch this on your phone. Okay? Now, put that back out there. That's the stock. If the stock goes down, and keep in mind, we're talking about after 9:30, sometime 10 o'clock. Then we're going to put on, stock goes down. Then we're going to do a call credit spread. And we want to stay at the 5 delta again, okay? And then we're just going to let this thing keep going down and then let our thing either expire or get out early when it's a profit or whatever we do, okay? You just let it go down. Now keep in mind another thing, guys. And we're doing the 50 wide spread when we do these. This ain't a time where we're going to be making a whole lot of money if this what happens, okay? Because this market is so crazy now. We just got to take what the market gives us. There's going to be times when we make more money. Okay, now, got that done. Those are the days when you really don't seem like you can do nothing, because right now the VIX is at 19 or less. And when the VIX is at 19 or less, what we're usually doing is iron butterflies, okay? IBFs is what I call them. But it's scary to do an IBF right now because the market is having too big of a swing, okay? So using this debit spread can let you see which way the market is going. Now, it's only on paper. Don't forget that part. Okay, now, here's the stock again. We talked about the up, we talked about the down. But now, what if the stock just started doing this? If the stock started doing this put is going to start losing value, go down 50 cents, and this side is going to lose value. If it gets down to the point where it's about 30, 35 cents, okay? Now that it's doing that, guess what you see now? You see that it's a sideways market. What can we play in a sideways market? The IBFs, okay? Which is the season that we're in right now anyway. You play that, and you just, you try to take in 50 cents at a time, okay? 55 cents. You take in 55 cents. You take in another 55 cents. And for me, in this market, unless I really see this thing going sideways, I'm going to be happy with that. But there have been days, guys, I want you to know, that I have taken in 10 cents, 6 cents, 10 cents, I'm sorry. 20 cents, 25 cents, 30 cents. I've taken them all in. Okay, now there has also been times where when I'm taking these numbers, I want to kick myself. Because if I would have stayed another longer, I would have been taking in like $1 or $2. But I'm not going to be too upset about that. Because if you make 30 cents, 25 cents, 20 cents, and 10 cents, that's going to be 55. That's 85 cents. Times 100, that's $85. And that's times how many contracts you do. If you did 5 of them, okay, let me make the math easier. If you did 10 of them, that would be $850. 5 would be $425. Okay? This is what I mean by trading. You gotta, if you want to make a living at this, you gotta be able to work this thing, okay? When the market changes, we have to change. We can't just jump right into our butterfly right now at 9:40. Now we have to wait and see, is it a butterfly day today? Or if it's not a butterfly day today? And if it just gives you wide swings like this, guess what? It's still sideways, but you might not want to trade. It's too wild. Just leave it alone. That's the day you walk away. Anyway, guys, I don't want to go too long on this, but I had to explain it so people would understand. I don't want people losing money. I want people to make money. And Slow Life Trader here, we teach you how to make money month in, month out. Because if you ain't winning consistently, you can't win. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you get something from this and enjoy this. And whatever you do, you really, I hope you watching it all the way till you get to this point. But until the next time, and also, let me say this one more thing. If you have some kind of question about this or question about anything, let me hear your comments at the bottom. I'll answer those. May not be right away, but eventually I will get to them. But anyway, until the next time, guys, peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.